Hey guys, welcome to a video. Hey, I thought, well, today I've got nothing to make a video about. I have no idea what I'm gonna do in a video, and just now I've pressed record, and I literally just don't. I just said I was just listening to a jam, by a guy named Matthew on synthesizers, and he had this. That was kind of what I was humming when I pressed record. I was just listening to this jam. It's like this very Egyptian kind of Arabian kind of vibe on the synths, and it had like these cool drum patterns, and all this stuff was sequenced, and he was going around the studio playing different synthesizers, and it sounded phenomenal. I've been watching a lot of synth videos, particularly by a man named Synth Samurai. The cool thing about Synth Samurai is he's been shouted out by Behringer quite a few times, and he's in connection with what's his name again? I can't remember what his name is. One of the like lead audio people from Behringer, one of the YouTube figures that does all the demo videos for Behringer. And 2 weeks ago I was kind of in this place where I was like, hey, Behringer sucks, man, because everyone's telling me they suck, so they must. And you should look up Synth Samurai, this video on shills, forgiving the YouTube shills. Just look up Synth Samurai forgiving the YouTube shills, and it should come up. The way I found Synth Samurai was because I bloody was very interested in the OPXY, the follow-up to the OP1 by Teenage Engineering, and it cost like $3,000 Australian or more. It's just a ridiculous price, but I was going to get it anyway, and I came across Synth Samurai's video on it while I was just watching everything on it before it was released, and he was one of those people that had the right idea right from the get-go. He must have had experience with a lot of this stuff before regarding Teenage Engineering. But it turns out that all these people that are on YouTube that are promoting all the expensive synthesizers, they either get it for free or they get paid a little bit of money, or they get a discount on the synth, and then they sell the synth for a bit less and they make their money back that way. So, they're shills. And I've heard them talk about how Behringer is the brand that shall not be named in the videos. And yeah, like the most expensive synthesizer I've ever bought, and I've only bought maybe one. I think I've only bought one synthesizer. I've bought a lot of MIDI controllers and like the MK3 machine by Native Instruments, which I'm a bit over now. I mastered it and then I'm over it now. Played it for 6-7 years. I'm over it now. But I have a modal Cobalt 8X. That was the most expensive synthesizer I own, and it cost about $1,500 $500 AUD. So it's not exactly the most expensive thing in the world, but at first I was really enamored by it and I thought it was a really cool thing. And now I realize Behringer makes better synthesizers than the modal Cobalt 8X. I'm going to say it right now. The stuff I've heard people create on Behringers, like when I play my modal, I'm so uninspired by it. Like I know I've used every single preset multiple times. I've pretty much mastered the way it works with the algorithms and panning. Not panning, but switching between the two algorithms and controlling all the parameters like decay, attack, release. And like if I show you, I might even plug it in for a sec. This is it here. And yeah, it's got so many parameters. Like you can see the ABC for the FX and FX 1, 2, 3, rate, shape, fine tune, depth mode. And like there's so much going on. But to be honest, I'd rather plug a Behringer. Like for the price I paid for that, I could have got an edge, a grind, let's say a spice, and I could have got an SM5 or a monopoly by Behringer for that money. And let's see here. I will use these pedals when I get a new synthesizer. That's really good. The hologram microcosm. Kind of a very special bit of kit, that. And yeah, what I'm looking forward to the most in my new studio setup. So this whole area here is going to be made over. Did I do that right? No. Like where my bed is right now. Why isn't that working? Is it this? I don't know, it's not plugged in. The interface won't turn on. What I'm looking forward to the most in the like more Behringer-esque setup is having a couple of drum machines linked together. The LM drum, which is like kind of a recreation of the Lin drum in terms of aesthetics and samples, but it's kind of its own unique thing with the sampling capabilities and what it can do with that, and the chips it uses to achieve a very unique vintage sound that is quite evidently taken from the Lin drum. But yeah, linking the LM drum up to an RD8 would be freaking phenomenal. It would be like having the congas from the Lin drum going LM drum, sorry, with the RD8. doing the kicks and the snares, and you know, and then swinging it a bit, because I think you can swing quite a lot on the RD8. And with the swing, making that go crazy while I'm playing with the LM drum would be so freaking fun. And there's just so much I can think of. And yeah, what else I'm getting is what else I'm getting is the Behringer. The Behringer 2600 times 2 of them. And I'm gonna get the Marvin blue one. Blue Marvin. 2 of them. Don't ask why. I just know I do want one. If I had it my way, I'd get 8 of them. So this is a little demonstration of the Cobalt. I will admit, it does have some nice sounds. Like I'll try and find one now. Like there's some nice brass sounds as well. Here's an electric piano. When I link it up to the hologram microcosm, it sounds much better. Bit of echolution. A bit of walrus slow verb. I just realized I don't know how good that sound quality is because it's probably coming through the AirPods. The AirPods headphones, so it's probably sounding like shit. Yeah, so what else? I think I'm working on an album as soon as I get a couple more pieces of gear. So I'm in the process of like kind of dreaming up this project, and it's gonna be inspired by the 80s. Like if you hear the 9600 by Behringer, you can get these tones that sound exactly like the synth that the product is inspired by. You can hear that in Stranger Things theme music. I've never seen Stranger Things, but I've heard the soundtrack and general vibe of what they're going for. All those sounds were coming from a similar device, or the the exact device that this is based off of. And the Blue Marvin Behringer has more oomph to the bass, to the low tones. And yeah, super exciting times. One more thing before I go. The vocoder that they have is awesome. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's the VE something. I can't remember what it's called, but the vocoder has got like a string ensemble and choir and stuff like that. And if you have like a compressor or a DI or any kind of compressor, so you can boost the signal, or maybe just an audio interface into the vocoder, and a dynamic microphone, or any microphone, but preferably dynamic. That thing sounds awesome. Like Earth, Wind and Fire apparently used it on their projects. I don't know if you can get like a Daft Punk kind of vocoder effect, but I bet you could if you plugged a synth into it. Like you used it as like a MIDI source or something. I'm still new to this world, so I feel like I was born yesterday. I'll see you later, guys. Keep deep creaming.